Hey guys, it's been a while since I did a recording, and that's most of y'all know the reason why, so I won't go into it. But I felt compelled to do something. I got up and I barely did anything to myself, so forgive me. Slap some lipstick on. I don't know, but anyway, yeah. So about Taylor Swift. I said I was not going to write anything about Taylor Swift because everybody's pretty much doing a good job on the left of describing the insanity and the stupidity that we see happening with the right and their usual craziness. All I can say is they're stupid. You're taking a woman who has a young fan base. Now, if it was an older fan base, maybe this shit would work. But you're talking about a young fan base. And what are young people famous for doing? Rebelling. As soon as some conservative Fox watching mama tells her daughter with black nails, you can't listen to Taylor Swift, that girl gonna be under the covers listening to Taylor Swift. She gonna be talking to her friends about Taylor Swift. You know why? Because teen people, when they're trying to realize who they are and act out their own identities, are going to rebel. That's what they do. And so, yeah, they're really, really hurting themselves with this. And I want to preface everything I'm about to say with this before I go into my rant. I love Taylor Swift. I think I don't get into her music. I did like that Shake It Off song. I think she's highly talented. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's sweet. I love Taylor Swift. I love the Swifties. They're fierce. I love everything about uh her music. And I was really pissed off with Kanye West when he went up and took that little girl's award out of her hands and started ranting. Even Beyonce, who he was thinking he was speaking on behalf of, said, "Don't do that." Right? Yeah, a lot of people was like, "Dude, you're just making it way harder for the rest of us doing stupid stuff like that. Stop it." Right? So yeah, I'm gonna preface this to say I love Taylor Swift and I agree with people going to her defense. But I guess I'm going to preface this to say I've got this "ain't I a woman too" feeling happening uh, when it comes to Sojourner Truth, who was a abolitionist. She was a slave, but she was an abolitionist. She was a woman's right uh, person of color in the slave era. She was extremely brave to stand up and speak as she did. And in the "Ain't I a Woman Too," I'm going to read this because I decided to pull some of this stuff up. It talks about what she did here. And she was basically talking about how not only the differences between how white women and black women are treated, but also um, how women were treated in regards to their rights, uh, in regards to men, and how society views men and their rights and women and their rights. So it would say when you're a woman and you're a woman of color, you're catching them both ends. So I'm going to be brutally honest here. And I'm going to say that when I came across Midas Touch, and I still love their videos, and I still use them because so far they're the best of the business. That's why they're rising. I was so excited because as a woman of color, it looked like here's a group who's out here trying to fight that good fight. And there aren't tons of them. I mean, we got Bright Turner Colon, we've got Bo with the Fifth Column, but they didn't have the sense of community that Midas Touch has. And I felt a part of a community. I was so excited. I was part of the chats. I met really wonderful people, and I still think they're wonderful people. I don't think that's changed. What has changed for me was the idea that I feel a part of it. And I don't feel a part of it because when they basically said, hey, we're going to invite people on the show. And I don't, how do I explain this so people get what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with having a Republican on. I don't have a problem with having a Republican on that seems to understand human rights. But if you've got Republicans on who still think on some level that it is okay that North Carolina would create laws to hang black people, look that up. There are Republicans who think that we should have laws where it's okay to hang Black people. There are Republicans who think it's okay to shoot Black children. There are Republicans who think it's okay to make 10-year-olds have rape babies. And in the spirit of bipartisanship, you want to have these people on. It's all about this ideological thing. Let's debate the issues. Don't debate whether or not I am a human being. Do not sit and debate whether or not it's okay for my child to walk the streets and feel safe. Do not debate whether it's okay for a white man to hang me. That's not a policy decision. And when you do that, you have not created a safe space for people like me or women like me. And I am tired of people thinking that some kind of intellectual exercise trumps the ability for people who, yes, when I have to vote, I'm courted. And I'm told Black women saved the day with their vote. And I voted. And I will vote because I see the evil coming down the pike. But here's what I also know. After I vote, crickets. After I vote, well, one more issue before your issue. Tomorrow. When do Black people have the right to speak on their own behalf? Because I'm told that, well, at least you can't say anything, because if you say anything, it sounds like you're wallowing. If you say anything, it sounds like you're angry Black woman. You know what? I am an angry Black woman. I'm owning my anger. There's a nice article in Substack about by a young woman named Princess. She's Trinidadian, and she makes the case. Yes, I'm an angry Black woman. She is too. A lot of us. We're told, hey, save the day. And that's what we do. Hey, here's our, oh, no. No, Biden's got this thing. No, Taylor Swift has this thing. No, other people have this thing. All these people have this thing. Oh, how selfish of you. Selfish, so selfish of you to say, hey, I want something too. I need something too. I want to be thought of too. I want to be heard too. How selfish of you to say you want to be heard too. When do I get to feel my pain? When do I get to say I'm in pain? When do I get to say that there's things that I need? When? When do Black women get to say that we have things that we need addressed too? It's not enough to say we're going to fight against the people who are going to hang you. Because sometimes it has to feel like, hey, here's the boogeyman over here. We need your vote. And then you get our vote, and then we get nothing. I'm still picking up dead Black children off the street. I'm still being told I'm not good enough to hire. I'm still being told, thanks for your contribution. I'll get to stepping as we get along and start talking about the real, more important things happening in our country. I'm glad Taylor Swift is getting support. I am. But it was Karen Friedman Agnifilo who did something that I applauded her for and I love her for. That's why she's my girl. She talked about Claudine Gay and how, yes, she said some stuff she shouldn't have said. She even said, I wasn't happy with what Claudine Gay said. But she knows that woman was offered on the pyre. No other white person got the problem. They tried to find what? When the university looked at what happened with that so-called plagiarism, they said there was no plagiarism. She failed to citate, something that happens in academia all the time. And it's a mistake. But they did what they do with powerful Black women all the time. But people pointed out and they go, well, Sojourner Truth said, ain't I a woman too? She was addressing, women's rights, but she was also pointing out the differences in how Black women and white women are treated. And there are real differences. They would put a coat over the mud for the white woman. But I could be struggling with a million packages, but I'm strong and I don't need that help. I am strong, but sometimes I need help. I think it's way more than okay for me to say so. And I think our allies should be listening. And that's, I guess, pretty much all I have to say on that. It's been weighing on me. I've been thinking about this for some time. And it finally, when I was talking to my therapist about some stuff, it finally came to the surface about what was bothering me. I don't want to keep waiting on the back of the line. I want the needs of my community and of women addressed. And I don't want to be told I'm being selfish because I don't want to see another young Black man die needlessly. And if I see one more Taylor Swift article, I think I'm going to choke. I woke up and I found notifications. I saw at least 3 articles on Instagram. There's several messages on my touch alone regarding Taylor Swift. Ain't I a woman too?